Hi, this is Jarrod. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like this content. And if you would like to support my channel, I'm going to be covering my annual Triple Crown full card soon. So if you head over to the runawayhorse.com, click on my sales page. My Kentucky Derby full card will be available in a few weeks. Now, in the last 22 Triple Crown races, I've given out 9 winning trifectas and 5 winning superfectas. And in that Triple Crown full card for Churchill Downs for the Kentucky Derby, you're going to get a lot of analysis of each horse, all the prep race recaps, a lot of information in there, bloodlines information, post position analysis, just so much more, wagering strategies for all the races, including trifectas, superfectas, pick 3, pick 4, pick 5 wagers for those full cards, pick 6 as well. It's going to be available Derby, Preakness, and Belmont Week at therunawayhorse.com on my sales page. So check those out. Keep supporting my channel, and good luck at the races. This is Jarrod Horak for therunawayhorse.com, and in this video, I'm going to cover the 5 most likely 2022 Kentucky Derby winners. Now, I've covered similar videos other years that the Kentucky Derby has been run on my YouTube channel, and I just did the 5 most likely Kentucky Oaks winners. So you can check that one out as well if you're interested. Now for the Kentucky Derby, if you want to read my Kentucky Derby blogs and check out my videos, you can see all my videos on my YouTube channel, and then my Kentucky Derby blogs and Kentucky Oaks blogs as well. But for the Kentucky Derby, I cover I recap the points races, I update the point standings in those blogs, and then I give out my exceptional 11 Kentucky Derby contenders. I just updated my blog recently. You can read my last blog, and in the description in this video, I will provide a link to it. But it's at therunawayhorse.com on my Kentucky Derby 2022 page, and I posted that blog earlier today on April 18th. And for this video, how I came up with my top 5 most likely Kentucky Derby winners is I looked at the most relevant and key prep races, and a few races really have been producing a lot of the points race winners. The first one, go back to last year, and that would be the Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes. And in the Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes, 3 horses, Classic Causeway, White Abarrio, and Call Me Midnight, they won 5 points races. And those points races were Classic Causeway won the Sam F. Davis and the Tampa Bay Derby. For Call Me Midnight, he won the Lecomte, and then White Abarrio, he won the Holy Bull and the Risen Star. So that was a very productive race. The Remsen Stakes last year, which featured a big stretch battle between Mo Donegal and Zandon, and they were separated by a nose, and they were well clear of the rest. Mo Donegal recently won the Wood Memorial Stakes at Aqueduct, and Zandon won the Bluegrass Stakes. So that was a productive race. Now, a productive race from this year, the first one, was the Holy Bull Stakes. Now, we've seen horses like White Abarrio, Simplification, Mo Donegal, and Tis the Bomb win 5 races since that race, and 5 points races, in the Florida Derby and the Fountain of Youth, the Wood Memorial, the Battaglia Memorial, and the Jeff Ruby Stakes. So they accounted for 5 victories. And then the Risen Star Stakes was the other key race. Epicenter, Zandon, Tawny Port, and Slow Down Andy, they won points races, the Louisiana Derby, the Bluegrass, the Lexington, and the Sunland Derby. So those were the key Kentucky Derby points races this year, and my top 5 horses, my 5 most likely winners were horses that ran in those races and performed well. So now I will jump in, and I'm going to do my 5 most likely Derby winners. And I'm going to go from number 5 to number 1. And my 5th most likely 2022 Kentucky Derby winner is Smile Happy. Now, he's one that he's been on my list since I started my Derby list. So he was a longtime member of my Derby Exceptional 11 list, and he's been in the top 5 a long time. I actually had him originally, he was number 2. I did move him up to number 1 at some point, and now he currently sits at number 5. And he came out of those good races, the Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes. He won that one, and then he ran well, finishing second in the Risen Star Stakes, and then he was second again in the Bluegrass Stakes. He's one that's going to have to improve. Now, I like that, especially on the dam side. Pleasant Tap, the dam sire. There's a lot of stamina on that female side of his pedigree that gives hope that he can go 1.25 miles. But he's going to have to run better than he did in his first 2 starts. But he hasn't really done anything wrong. He's run well in each of his starts. But his 2 wins were at 1.16 miles, and then his last 2 races at 1.8 miles. He ended up finishing second. So how will he handle 1.25 miles? Again, he's going to have to improve. It is his 3rd start of the year. He can close, he can stalk, and we'll see how he does. In that Bluegrass Stakes, he stalked wide. He was second, and he was just run down by Zandon, and Zandon seems like a better candidate for 1.25 miles. But Smile Happy, always like that one, still in my top 5. My next horse, that's my 4th most likely Kentucky Derby winner, is White Abarrio. And he's one that really has done well in Florida at Gulfstream Park in particular, where he won all 4 of his starts. He won twice last year, and then he won 2 points races this year. He was in that Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes, and he finished 3rd. And then in his first start this year, he won the Holy Bull, which was a productive race, and then he won the Florida Derby last time. He has good tactical speed, should work out a good trip in the Kentucky Derby. And we'll see how he can do. He's going to have to run a little bit faster, but he hasn't done anything wrong. And maybe he prefers Gulfstream Park, and he's going to do all of his pre-Derby work before heading to Churchill Downs at Gulfstream as well. But White Abarrio, a lot of talent, good tactical speed, likes to win races, and he still has some upside for trainer Safi Joseph Jr. He's looking for his first Kentucky Derby win. My 3rd most likely Kentucky Derby winner is Mo Donegal for trainer Todd Pletcher, and Pletcher's won a couple Kentucky Derbies. This one has a nice pedigree, and he owned strong late pace ratings. He was really good last year. He won that Remsen Stakes, and then in the Holy Bull Stakes, he was 3rd. He was rallying. He just missed 2nd by a head. That distance of 1.16 miles was too short. He was entered in the Fountain of Youth Stakes in that race. He drew an outer post. He came down with a fever. They scratched him. They waited for the Wood Memorial. And in the Wood Memorial, at 1.125 miles from post 1, he had a good closing trip under Joel Rosario. And that day, he saved ground. He rallied, and he was able to catch Early Voting, who was controlling the pace. So he's earned some nice late pace ratings. He's got a good late kick. It's just a question of what kind of trip from off the pace can he work out in a 20-horse field in the Kentucky Derby. My 2nd most likely Kentucky Derby winner is probably the Kentucky Derby favorite this year, and that's Epicenter for trainer Steve Asmussen. And I believe Steve Asmussen's run 23 horses in the Kentucky Derby with no wins, but he has a couple of 2nd place finishes. He did win the Preakness twice, and he won the Belmont Stakes once. So Asmussen has had success in Triple Crown races, and Epicenter might be his best chance yet to finally get a Derby winner. Now for Epicenter, he's been going in all of the points races. Late last year, he was in the Gunrunner Stakes at Fairgrounds, and he basically went wire to wire. The Lecomte Stakes, he set a fast pace. He couldn't hold off Call Me Midnight, but he ran a quality race that day. The Risen Star Stakes, he controlled the pace. That was a productive race. He won that one easily over Smile Happy and Zandon. And then last time in the Louisiana Derby, this time he stalked the pace. He proved that he could stalk, pounce, and finish. And he finished that race nicely, beating Zozos and Pioneer of Medina. So that was a nice effort there. Sets him up for the Kentucky Derby. That was 1 3/16 miles. So he has that good early pressing versatility. He can go at least 1 3/16 miles. He's very sharp, and he's got a big chance to win the Kentucky Derby this year if he can run another big one, because he's already run 4 quality races in a row. They're not machines. How many good races can he run without regressing a bit? But Epicenter, if he just maintains form and runs another big one, wouldn't be surprised if he won the Kentucky Derby. And he is training at Churchill Downs. They got him there early, so there's a lot of things to like about Epicenter. My most likely Kentucky Derby winner for 2022 is Zandon for trainer Chad Brown. He's always been in my top 5 on my Kentucky Derby list, and he's moved up to number 1 recently, and his Bluegrass Stakes was outstanding. In that race, there wasn't a lot of pace going on. Emmanuel was controlling the pace. I picked Emmanuel as my value top choice that day because I thought he could get out there and control the pace, and if Zandon fell too far back, I thought he might be in trouble. He was my 2nd choice, and then Smile Happy was my 3rd choice in that race. But Zandon, didn't matter that there wasn't any pace. He rallied from the back of the pack anyway, weaved his way through traffic, and finished strong that day. and he was able to catch Smile Happy. So Emmanuel controlled the pace, and then Smile Happy stalked outside, pounced, he led, and Zandon just ran him down and won by more than 2 lengths. So that was a big effort for Zandon, and he's one that can certainly go the distance. I think that's not going to be an issue. The question's going to be kind of like with Mo Donegal, what kind of trip can he work out from off the pace? I don't want to see him coming from 20th place. It would be nice if he was able to show a bit more positional speed. He showed positional speed as a 2-year-old. And another interesting note is Flavien Prat rode him last time. And remember, Flavien Prat rode Country House in the Kentucky Derby a few years back. And Country House was one that was a big late runner, but when Flavien Prat rode him in the Kentucky Derby, he had him in 9th place. He wasn't back in 20th place. He was in 9th place within striking range. He made an earlier move. He was in contention right there around the far turn heading into the stretch, and he ended up finishing second. He was placed first through disqualification. So maybe Flavien Prat is going to try to ride Zandon the same way, get him within a striking range, maybe in 9th place in a 20-horse field, and then try to pounce on the leaders. But Zandon has a big chance in the Kentucky Derby for Chad Brown. And Chad Brown, his best finish for the Kentucky Derby, he had a Good Magic finish second a few years back behind Justify. But Zandon, my most likely Kentucky Derby winner. So my top 5 most likely Kentucky Derby winners for 2022. Zandon, my most likely winner. Epicenter second. Mo Donegal third. White Abarrio fourth. Smile Happy fifth. A couple horses that just missed the cut. Messier. He ran second in the Santa Anita Derby behind Taiba, who was the other one that just missed making my top 5. But I just went with the key race angle. All my top 5 come out of the most productive races, and I think that one of those horses is the most likely winner of the 2022 Kentucky Derby. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you like this content, and that will wrap up my look at the Kentucky Derby top 5 contenders. Who do you like in this year's Kentucky Derby and why? And throw some comments up and I'll comment back, and we'll have some fun going back and forth on some of these contenders. So that will wrap up this video. And until I see you next time, good luck at the races.